Good morning, MacLaren. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020. I have to skip a lot of announcements today because I need to get to the honorings. Remember that the last day of school is Wednesday, May 20th. So there's just this week and then 3 more days, which means that after today you have only 7 more school days until summer vacation. Quick reminder that your teachers are going to be honoring you all individually in your classrooms, and these assembly honorings are a chance for us to honor your whole class and tell some memories that we have about you. Today I get to start with kindergarten. Kindergartners, we have seen you grow up the most this year. You had the biggest jump, bigger than any other grade. On the first day of school, you were a little bit confused. You didn't know how school worked. You didn't know little things like how to line up or get hot lunch or use the big kid restroom. You certainly didn't know big things like reading and adding and subtracting and the fact that you can dissect a sprouted bean and find little leaves inside. You didn't know all the 7 continents or how magnets work. And we have seen you all grow and change so much. We wanted to remark on some qualities in you that we have seen. So first, your teachers love your kindness to each other, to your teachers, the way that you love to write cards to anyone who was sick, the way you were always asking about your friends who were absent. There was one student walking along with Miss Coleman and Mrs. Hightower and another student, and he said, "This is just like a family. Mrs. Hightower is my mom, Miss Coleman is my sister, and he is my brother." And I heard another story about 2 of you who love to, when you see each other, you shout, "Sister," and you run and embrace each other. Everyone in your classes loves your TAs. You love Mrs. Hightower. One student even asked when his family was traveling through a big city to find a high tower so that he could say he had seen one. And Mrs. Ortiz often was surprised to find pictures for her in the homework folders. That is so sweet. You also love to play. You love playing Follow the Drinking Gourd, King's Corner, What Time Is It, Mr. Fox, Leopards, playing mountain lions and coyotes, zooming around the playground as a superhero. There's one young man who's always ready to become a fireman and rescue a cat stuck in a tree, which is good because there are a couple of you who would always climb up the fort and become cats stuck in a tree, and you needed a firefighter to rescue you. You loved walking in line like penguins on cold days and jumping over the candlestick like Jack. You were good at acting out Ba Ba Black Sheep while you sang it, and we remember one young man who was the little boy down the lane. During the month of March, some of you would march around the room for calendar time. And you just loved learning. You had so many big questions about the world. How did George Washington die? Who invented letters? Could there be a woman president? Who were Thomas Jefferson's siblings? What happened in 1617? How far can a fish see? There was one young woman who was a dictator when you learned about government, and one young man that everyone agreed would make a good president in your class. When you did your unit on the 5 senses and you were so excited to taste chocolate, how disappointed you were that it was bitter chocolate. Your teachers said your faces then were priceless. And when you were studying science, you made beautiful science journals, observing your garden, drawing pictures of the praying mantis, the grasshoppers, the flowers, spending time watching insects, finding ladybug larvae on the sunflowers. When you were studying the continents, one young man brought in ugali after you studied the continent of Africa, and your teachers were very tickled by your bravery in eating seaweed when you studied the continent of Asia. In math class, you made incredible patterns with your math bears, and doing math talks, you set new records for the number of math answers for a single number. I heard about one young student who loved doing challenging math so much she would often ask to work on math during leisure time. And your teachers loved the way you all looked to find anything you could to measure, and were racing around the room to measure things. During indoor recess and leisure time, putting puzzles together, making a huge wall with stacking cups, working as a team. I heard about one young man who would also spend some of his leisure time going through pages and pages and pages of worksheets and word searches, taking them home every day because he just loves learning so much and always wants a new task. And I heard about your bravery. One student who was regularly challenging himself to climb as high as he could on the playground, to read the most challenging book, to be kind to everyone, watch out for everyone in the class. Kindergarten, we have loved watching you grow and become real students. We have loved your curiosity, your sincerity, your open hearts and bright spirits, your love of learning new things. We are just so fond of you, and we have really been so moved by the way you all care for each other. When you see a friend crying, you go to your friend, give her or him a hug. You are kind and patient and generous and good to others. You know, adults could learn a lot from all of you about how we should treat other people. We have loved getting to call you our MacLaren kindergartners. No other students will be your kindergarten class ever again. You have helped make this year so special. Thank you for giving us the gift of this time with you. It has been an honor. We are so proud of you. And now, kindergarten, please stand and be recognized. And families, if you can hear me, please, let's all give our kindergartners a big round of applause. Okay, my friends, take heart. Keep tending to your victory garden. Keep a good schedule and a good routine. Get outside. Get plenty of fresh air and exercise. Be a helper to your family. Please do not bicker with your siblings. If it is your birthday today, May 11th, 2020, happy birthday to you. I hope you all have a day of kindness, friendliness, and peace. My friends, we're all in this together, and I will see you tomorrow when we will honor first grade.